This is Boris Johnson. He's the former Mayor of London, former Foreign Secretary, and since 2015 he's been the MP for Uxbridge and South Ruislip. And since 2015 he's been the MP for Uxbridge and
South Ruislip.
And he's a fucking nutjob. Don't believe me? Well, here's a quick tangent of the shit that Boris Johnson has done. I decided to make it fun and entertaining, so welcome to Boris or No Boris. 1. Did Boris get stuck on a zip wire? Yes, he did, and it is so funny. So funny. 2. Did he or didn't he spend £60 million on a cable car that's regularly used by nobody in London? Well, he did that too. 3. Did he dance to the Spice Girls as cringily as Theresa May danced to ABBA? Yep. He really did. Also, he cannot tackle. And here it is, the cherry on top. 4. Did or did not Boris Johnson call Burkers letterboxes and then refuse to answer journalists' questions and just offer them tea? Of course, he did. Why wouldn't you?
A cup of tea.
Will you apologise for your
Would
comment?
you like a cup of tea?
Yeah,
You
sure.
go on, have a cup of tea.
Thank you. Do you regret? Do
would you like
regret?
a cup of
Do you regret your comments? Do you regret your comments?
Go
sir?
on, have a cup of tea.
So, as you can see, Boris Johnson is quite the character. Also, he looks a bit like Donald Trump if he had sex with a llama. Something which I honestly wouldn't put past Trump. I mean, he's Donald Trump. He did do that. But yeah, thank God Boris Johnson won't be Prime Minister, which he said that he won't be, in this quote. My chances of being PM are about as good as the chances of finding Elvis on Mars or me being reincarnated as an olive. I think that's pretty final. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Why am I talking about Boris Johnson? Well, today I'm talking about two things: Heathrow Airport and Boris Johnson. But what on earth links the two? Well, this is the tale of Boris Island and other Heathrow expansion stories for children. Heathrow is the busiest airport in Europe. It's famous for its ton of flight path noise. Late arrivals can cause hours of knock-on delays. London. But why are we talking about expanding Heathrow? Well, Google some international airports. Look at Paris, it's got 4 runways. Madrid's got 3. Tokyo has 4 runways. And Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas has 7. Yeah. Little old tea-guzzling humble Heathrow in London has 2. So, clearly to keep up, they need to expand. But if you look at Heathrow on a map, there's actually nowhere to go, because the airport is in the middle of London. But in 2001, a plan was put forward. There was only a teeny tiny problem: they'd have to destroy an entire village. And people did not like that one bit. Jesus, no, they did not like that. So they had to go back to the drawing board. Then they put forward another idea. It was basically just expanding along the along the east with 2 existing runways. They only had to destroy the M25, which really isn't much of a loss. Oh, and they had to destroy a reservoir. I mean, surely people would be happy with that. Nope, of course not. But then, in the darkest hour, legend and monkey lookalike Boris Johnson steps into the ring. He stepped in to put forward the idea of building an airport on the Thames estuary, something which had been proposed at least 4 times since the 1940s, but we'll give him the credit. It's alright, gold star. It was proposed that the airport was built on the northeast coast of Whitstable. They wouldn't have to knock anything down due to it being mostly on artificial land built on the sea, and they could fly planes 24 hours a day, and there'd be room for 6 runways with room for even more expansion. The idea was quickly given the amazing nickname of Boris Island. Not to be confused with other Boris-named ideas like Boris Bites. And unlike the cable car we don't talk about, it was actually a good idea. But in October 2009, the London authorities deemed it pretty much impossible. So it seemed Boris's hopes of championing Heathrow and London into a Boris-themed future were over. Except they weren't. In 2013, another idea was put forward. It was the same thing. Pretty much. And again, it was nicknamed Boris Island. But it would cost over £45 billion and result in the closure of Heathrow. Many people supported this plan. Apart from local councils, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, I don't know, and, unsurprisingly, every other airport in London. Who'd have figured? However, in 2014, the UK Airports Commission, they exist, shelved the idea. And it seems this is where our tale comes to end. And it seems that Heathrow will forever be a 2-runway airport. Oh wait, never mind, on the 5th of June the Cabinet approved a 3rd runway. Thanks for watching!